This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
What now? Ready? Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go see. Fly. No. Right Monday down. He's checking.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Carr. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Carr completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
First down, Vikings.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, box drop. You.
From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Carr, setting up the screen for Miller. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty, it's Miller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
734. Alpha.
To throw his Carr. Got a man. It's Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal.
Go! I got you! 56 to Mott, boy. 29! 29!
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Larry Fitzgerald there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Trubisky gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Trubisky. This short throw caught by Goddard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And Hunt is not going to get there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Let's get off the field. 6-18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Carr now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Raider 2. 56, Mike, 56. Hey, Mike 7.
To throw again. Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Flush to his right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And Cook has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete. Richardson has it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joejuan Williams. And he's got some space here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 29, Carr. This is Miller, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Carr now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
51, Mike 51.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Now,
Now again, right side. It's Grant.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Minnesota.
down, 180. Mike 5-4. You won't see me in your nightmares.
They will run with Grant. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On second down now, it's Grant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 734.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 20-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
Now Trubisky. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Got an open man, it's QT. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Bring her up. I'm scared.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
Blue.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
93. 93. 54.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Paul Richardson, 38 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run again with Hunt. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Go, Mike 51. Mike.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it again with Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 62 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down, it's Grant. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Corey Grant, 66 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
They'll run with Miller. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Pick it up, Pete.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, Steve 6. 56, Mike, 56. No gain on this defense, no gain. 56, get down.
Carr now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
734.
On 1st down, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Forced out to his left. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means.
The Lions take over first.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Hey, let go. Hey, I'm coming. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, Let's get on.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught by Brown. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Watch boot. Check, crunch. Check.
They'll run on first down. Miller with first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch time.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Noah Spence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trubisky will throw. And this one's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. On first down, Trubisky. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He'll find Harry on the right side. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Down. 180. 1-4. Defense wins championships, baby.